All right, these questions are coming from slides 7 and 8 because there's not a lot for those slides, so I'm just going to combine them. So this is from slide 7. What does it mean to be intentional when you reach out to resolve conflict? So something done intentionally means that it's done on purpose or deliberately. So being intentional when you reach out during conflict resolution means that you're not going to just wait for the right time to show up to talk about the conflict. It means you're going to purposefully make time for the right time. So, like if you and someone are having a fight and you're like, oh, I'll just talk about it next time I see them. You don't know when that's going to be. You don't know where that's going to be. There's definitely a right time and place for conflict resolution. So, you have to be intentional and make time. Next question is still from slide 7. Why would it not be beneficial to try to resolve a conflict via text? So, text messages can be open to interpretation with complex messages like conflict resolution, so your feelings and perceptions can easily be misunderstood. Also, we may become overconfident via text and say something that we don't mean or would not normally say in person, so you might be more prone to using you language or always and never phrases. Just say things that you don't really mean or you would not say to someone directly if you were meeting face to face. So, it's much better to just resolve the conflict in person. Now, of course, you're allowed to text the person to say, like, hey, like when you're being intentional, you can text them to say you want to meet up. Like, that's fine. But the actual resolution of the conflict should be happening in person and not via text. This question is from slide 8. Why do you want to engage in a conversation before jumping into the conflict itself? So, engaging in a civilized conversation can set a more relaxed tone for conflict resolution. It is going to be a really difficult conversation to have already, so you don't want to go in and be like, well, all right, here's what I'm mad about. But you want to set the tone and let them know what your goal is, and that you, I mean, even if you are mad, you're not going in there just to be accusing. So, you want to make sure that you go in feeling relaxed and help the other person feel more at ease too by just starting with a conversation. And again, this question is also from slide 8. What is the primary goal of conflict resolution? Our primary goal should be to restore the relationship. You're not just trying to prove how right you are and how wrong the other person is and how they're awful because they wronged you. Like, no, your goal is to try and restore the relationship and bring healing back to y'all.